Hello again. We're going to. I'm going to show you how you can do a Google drawing to complete this assignment that I've posted on drawing the phases of the moon, the 8 phases of the moon. And you want to draw the moons, and you're going to want to draw an Earth, as well as indicate from which direction for your drawing the sun is coming. So to start, I have opened up a file. In fact, I'll just cut back here. I have an untitled document here, and I just go to File, and I go to New, and I go to Drawing. So now I have this drawing. I'm going to go to View, and I'm going to go Show Guides. So now I have a place really straightforward. I can place my Earth in the middle, and I've got 4 of the phases already set up for me. Now I just want to add a couple other guides so that I can even more sort of precision. So I'm going to add a vertical guide, and I have one at 5 inches, which is halfway to the paper. So I'm going to add a new guide. I'm going to put one at 2.5 inches, and then I'm going to go back and edit and add another guide at 7.5 inches. So now I have these 3 verticals, and then I'm going to go back and do 2 more horizontals. So I add here a horizontal. So one is going to be half of this 3.75, which is 1.875. So I'm going to add a guide at 1.875, which actually it makes it 1.88. And then I'm going to add a final one, edit guide, at, I believe it's, let's see, 5.63. So 5.63. Done. All right. So now I have these nice little guides to help me place my moons with a little precision. Now I'm going to make my Earth. I'm going to start with the Earth, and I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to put the shape right in the middle, and I'm going to pick a circle. And I'm going to have it here, and now I'm just going to slide it up, and you can see, I hope, that the lines turn red in the middle, the horizontal and the vertical. That means your circle is centered. And now I'm going to increase the size of it. I want my Earth bigger than my moons, and that's a pretty good size. And when I get it lined up vertically and horizontally, which I have there, now I have a nice Earth. Now I want to show the 2 sides of the Earth in terms of sunlight, a lighted side on the right and a dark side on the left. To do that, I'm going to insert another shape. I'm going to go here to Shape, and I'm going to insert what's called a chord. So I've got a chord here, and it's going to allow me to split my Earth in half. Now I could flip the chord, or I can just place it on top and then arrange it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So let me just go Command Z and put that in the right place. So click on the chord and bring it over. I've centered it, and now I'm going to just increase it so that it fits nicely within the shape that's already there. Takes a little adjusting. And that's not bad. We'll just get this one last one, I think. All right. Now, that, of course, is not half of the Earth lighted. That's some strange portion. So what we do is we go back, and we click on this little yellow box, which I hope you can see. And, in fact, I'll zoom in here. Kind of makes it a little funky, doesn't it? So maybe I'll zoom out and make sure I'm focused. Well, you can see I can slide this chord and split this moon in half. I'm going to come all the way out. There we go. And now I can click on the chord box, and I can fill it with a darker color. So I go up here to the fill color, and I'm going to pick a dark blue, and now I have a dark side of the Earth and a light side. Now come over here and click on the other box, and I'm going to put a slightly different blue in there, I'm going to put this aquamarine. So now I've got these two sides of the Earth. Next, I'm going to put my moons in. And now the moons, I'm not going to change the sides because that'll make my life easier. Just change the size of the Earth. Make it a little bigger. If they're all the same, it doesn't look as good. So shapes. So I want a circle. My first one, I'm just going to place right there. And I'm going to immediately copy it. Command C. And then I'm going to hit Command V, make a copy of it, and put that for my third phase, because I'm going to have one in here too. Then Command C, followed by Command V, and place that in the same position to the left of my Earth as the moon I made on the right. Then Command C again, Command V, and pull my moon down here, and I got a fourth moon. Now I just need, and I actually think that these two moons can be a little further away, so I'm going to click on this moon and move it up so it's a little bit more equidistant. If you want to count the squares here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 squares out, so we can do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can push this up a little bit more. One more square, and that evens out the distance, and then we can do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's add 1, 2, 3, and you can double check that yourself later for your own. I think that's a little bit better. And now I need to add my last phases. So again, click on a moon, Command C, Command V, and I can put a moon right in here. Then I don't even need to do the Command C. Just another copy. Another paste. Paste up here. And just move. And now I have 8 moons. And I can look at them and try to get them as even as possible. Move maybe this one in, maybe this one up and in. You decide how you think it looks best for you. I'm not going to dictate that. To my eye, that looks actually pretty good. So now I have my phases. Now, how do I differentiate each phase? At this point, they're all the same. So I need to go back to my shapes. And I'm going to make my crescents. They're very easy to make. So I go to Image, Shape, Shapes, and you can see there's a crescent right here. So I pick that, and I just come and move it right into my moon. Then I go to my fill, and I make it yellow. Now, of course, this is on the wrong side. So I go up to this little tail on my crescent, and I rotate it. Then I just drag it back here to the other side, and I'm going to rotate it a little bit more and pull it down a little bit. And I've got myself my waxing crescent. It's a little bit unaligned here. Let me just... Yeah, I would play with it myself for a while until I finally got it right. You can do the same. You can make the crescent a little smaller. If you click on this yellow in the middle, just push in, you can get more of a thumbnail. And again, if we pull this out a little bit, there we go. That's virtually, it's a little bit too big. So let's pull this in a little bit. And then over here, pull this down and in. That's pretty good. I think it might be out a little bit too far here. Yeah. Then I can copy that. Command C, Command V, and bring that down to here. But what do I have to do? I have to rotate it. So I'm going to just put it right there to begin with, and I'm going to flip it around. Then I'm going to just bring it over. Bring the whole thing. Ooh, not that one. I want to get this one. The crescent. Come on, crescent. And then bring it into position. And then I can mess with that. Then I'll need one to do these quarter moons, and I'm going to do them by going to insert, image, not image, shape. I'm going to go to chord, click on chord. I'm going to bring that chord right in here, but I'm going to turn it upside down. I don't want it on the left side. You notice that it was on the left. In fact, let me Command Z, get that back. Let me get the chord out of here for a second. I'm going to flip it right away so that it's ready to go. Then I'm going to move it. Command Z. Then I'm going to move it into this moon. And then I'm going to adjust the chord so that it's a half. Not that. I want a little bit off now. There we go. Grab that. Now, click on the chord again. Fill. And I got a quarter moon. And you can see how you can just quickly fill in the rest. You're going to want to insert arrows to indicate where the sun is coming from. So you can place those. You can copy those as well. Paste that. Make another one. Indicate the sun's rays. And then you're going to insert text boxes. So you'll take an insert text box and you'll put those in different places. That's obviously too big, so you'll reduce your text box. Let's say you want your text box to say sun's rays. So sun's rays, I want it bold. And I want it a little smaller. So I'm going to make it about 9 points. And I'm going to move this text box. Not that. I'm going to move the text box. Thank you very much. So that it's on my sun ray. And with that, I think we will say goodbye. I think you could probably figure out how to do the rest and label it using those insert your text box.